No, I am here. It's just I had some stuff to sort out, and usually no one is here for like the first 5 minutes. At least not saying anything. And it's not that I'm only just doing Pokemon streams, it's more inside of I haven't even finished this one yet. Yes, this arguably could easily have more parts than my other 3 Pokemon runs all together. The most being about 10 for Pokemon Crystal. And if I can actually press the bloody button. No, I have not checked how many parts it is, it's just a lot. I mean, considering I'm at 22 hours with only 6 badges, by that point I'd be close to finishing the game. Why? Well, because it's based on streams and I just didn't do one yesterday. Well, it's more on the journey of how it gets there in the first place. I mean, why do you think solo Pokemon runs end up doing well? Because it's trying to figure out where a challenge is going to end up happening. With it not always being the same. Especially not in this case, when I have the problem of who the fuck to give the Flash Cannon TM to. And also, how many fly types I'm going to have to deal with. And I won't say all of them play exactly the same, because well, I mean, XD and Colosseum do not play out exactly the same. I know the spin-offs. But they play very much like actual games. But I'm gonna see how quickly I can do this gym, because I have the type advantage. Quite massively. Even if I can't get to a fucking trainer for some reason. There we go. I will get back to Dark Souls at least at some point after the bloody stream. Well, not this stream, but more. Once it actually finishes, which I kind of hope to be this week. To eventually go back to Dark Souls. Even though I won't know what to do. At least that's with me having high hopes that I'm not having to do too much grinding for Cynthia. Because I might have to. Well, even if I'm gonna have at least one Pokemon with Ice Beam, there's a chance it just gets OHKO'd before I even get the chance. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned that where I am. It's scorching hot. It's despite it being September, and I'm having to turn the fan off solely on the fact that it's gonna fuck up the mic, regardless of where it gets put. And also, I'm having to have the door shut because, you know, sound suppression and that. So, all I have of ventilation is 2 windows. And then I also have shutout blinds. So in my area, which I don't think I can attempt, if I even attempt to like look up without showing on streams, impossible. I don't know if it entirely is. But where I am, it's 27 degrees. Do your own calculations for trying to figure out what that is. And yes, the car is a steel type. It does not look like it, but it is. I mean, I'm guessing they sort of made it that just to give the third gym some difficulty. Otherwise, you could just sweep it with fly. Actually, not really with fly, but you could get a Staravia by that point. Or even if you wanted a Staraptor and just sweep it. But with it being steel type, yeah, you can't really do that, can you? Yeah. I can say it doesn't look like a steel type, but there is there's nothing really steel about it. Fighting, yes. That I can understand. Even if it's a special attacking one. The only steel part I can think of is the 3 spikes it has, and that's it. Not like its mega helps it, because that's more on the flying side of anything. What I was just trying to say, let's figure out what 27 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit. Really? Where you are? For me, it's 2 PM. Okay. Yeah. It's close to 2 PM now, it's almost that. I know. Why is this ball so shit? Like, you slightly tip it and quite a large bit. Okay. Well, I don't know what the time. Cannot remember what the time is for you. I wish I could. Ah. Well, considering that's a 24-hour clock, and I don't think there's even a way to make it a 12-hour clock, honestly. If it was a phone, then you would have that possibility. But this was 2008. The podcast hadn't gone around to doing that yet. And I don't think any time... Well, I don't know if that time is somewhat based off how you would normally set your DS clock. Because I always set mine to 24 hours because I can figure it out. But I actually don't know if the time on the pocket is based on whether or not you would have set your DS to 12 hours or 24-hour clock. I generally don't know if that is the case. Well, because he is a Jedi from Star Wars, and he's honestly my favorite one. I mean, I'll put it this way, he was amazing in the Clone Wars, especially with the clones, because he was one of the few that did not see them as expendable. Yeah, no. Fortunate that he had to die in episode 3. I'm pretty sure there's only like one more trainer left, and it's this one that I can't reach for reasons I cannot figure out. Can I not just find this one trainer? That is just there? Because I'm going to have to go straight to them, because I've gone from here, then I go straight downwards and completely miss them. Well, I've got to get rid of the snowballs first to even attempt it. And clearly I am just making myself go into a fucking loop. Because I know I can't do it that way, so I'm having to go from the other side. Oh, there we go. And so I think I can actually, like, possibly Oko sweep all of... Oh, I forgot the Ice Stream Leader's name. I know it's a bit of a pun of Candice, or Candice. I can mostly sweep one's team, because pretty much all of her team's weak to fire, apart from Frostlass, which ends up being immune to it. But I have Dark Balls for that. Meaning that survival is not an option. And having a Sneasel at this point is just somewhat pointless when it could just be O-code every time by Aura Sphere. Bang! Although, just off topic, I really don't know what I'd do for going back to Dark Souls, because I'm pretty sure the last run I did for Dark Souls was the S-Stock run, and that was in 4 parts. It wasn't my longest Dark Souls one, because I think the longest one overall was the first one, the Sigma cosplay one. I mean, that was 5 parts. I haven't watched all of it. Why I don't know what I'd do. Because most cosplay ones have already been done, so why would I do that? Because Solare's already been done, Tarka's has already been done, Havel's already been done. I already did Golden Knight. Oh, I can't just... I mean, I could do like a Noah weapon run, but I wouldn't know what weapon to choose, as in just broken straight sword or straight sword hilt. I mean, those are really bad. Okay, that's gone rid of all of the ones there. Can't do that one just yet. I'm gonna go up these stairs, and my voice is going clearly. Go back here, up here, cross here to there, and then there. Now I can just go straight for the middle. And hopefully I'll go sweep Candice, because most cases the ice gym never poses a threat. I mean, not when defensively they have no defense. In terms of resistance, it's not really, because it would only work properly if an ice type was facing another ice type. And okay, and this Sneasel could really become a Weavile, despite it still being O-code. It's faster. But it's got no defense, it's supposed to be a glass cannon. Which it does excel at. It's just that it can't do much against something that has a fine type move. And also this Pyro Swine could easily have become a Mama Swine. You know, to show off the new evolution. Instead of just what was in Gen 2. There we go. Oh, and a bomb of snow. Shame it's not a mega bomb of snow. But also one's typing is absolutely awful because you really would not want to become a grass and ice type. So many weaknesses. So many. The only thing he's actually good for is fighting Cynthia. That's it. That's like the only good thing. And yes, despite us being Steel type, we are still affected by the hail. Okay, now you're just stealing Mr. Freeze's lines. How dare you? Wait, what? I don't know it's gonna have psychic. What? Clearly has some form of an ability, making it so that it can have +1 in evasion, because Dark Pulse is normally 100% accurate. And normally, the only time it would ever do something like that is if it was in sand. Oh, now you're using that move. Fun. It's really fun that I can't even use my best move, because even though Aurasphere can't miss, it can't hit ghosts. And Dark Pulse has just made this impossible. Well, not Dark Pulse. Double Team has made this impossible. I'm having to eat my own words here. I seriously am, because I can't crit from it. And I was pretty much right by saying it was an Oko. But I honestly thought the double teams, because 2 was set up, I thought that was going to be enough for me to miss everything. And now we can actually continue with the plot of the game, because some form of a hijacking happened. Did quite a bit of plot, and then I have to beat the 7 gyms, and it sort of got put on hold. And now we are having to use Rock Climb, which means we are actually able to get Ice Beam. And I know where it is. It's just a bit of a ways away. What I mean is we're gonna have to trudge through a lot of snow. Again. Because that is one problem of Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. One of the few problems, but it's still very prevalent at this point in the game. It's mainly the snow. Like, it'd be fine if you could run and walk at normal speeds within the snow. But no, they made it so that you had to essentially be doing this everywhere. Just walking. But then they even made it so there's a speed slower than that. Where it's very much identical to running in the mud, but you remove the part that has it so you get stuck within it. And I am pretty sure there's an item here somewhere. There we go. I don't know if that was just memory, or that it generally looks like a place that would have an item. And you'd also think there'd be one like around here. And yet, if I can find it, yeah, put the Iron Finder on nothing. Pretty sure, is this the house that has a troll trade in it? Yes, you. The one that people don't want to appear in the remakes. Because is she possibly the most hated character? Yes. Of course we can't enter a chasm, not a temple that has, spoilers, a level 1 Regigigas. No idea as to why they did that. I mean, in Diamond Pearl it's level 70. But why make it level 1? It's near enough the only legitimately obtainable level 1 legendary. Because all the other legendaries are like at least level 50. To my knowledge. Well, okay, 50, some of them are 45. Trying to think, some are 70. Others might be like 60. But not level 1. Because the only other way I'd know of getting like a level 1 legendary is that event in Hog Soul Silver that you can't access anymore. That requires an Arceus. Oh, can I just get this item without... Nah, I'm having to trudge through. Just slowness. Yeah, maybe bad here, but try get into here with that slow speed. Not fun. And do we even fight Jupiter here, or did that Barry somehow lost but also beat the 7th gym? But seriously, I'm still holding on that question. Who do I give Flash Cannon to? Because I normally would want to give it to Magnezone when it's like my only steel type. But I have a team of steel types, including one that may not look like a steel type, but is a steel type and also focuses in special attack, that being Lucario. I just do not know if I give it to Lucario or Magnezone. Because my original plan was Magnezone. Really? That looks like a place where an iron would be. Is it? No. Did they get Blizzard low? And if this was Gen 1, I'd absolutely want it, but I'm gonna play the safer option and stick with Ice Beam. Yes, it's less powerful, but I don't want there to be a chance of missing. And also because none of my Pokemon are immune to Hail. I'm not wanting to set Hail up just to make it 100% accurate. Because then it would be like Surf Rocks every single turn. Are they even an item here? Because it looks like there would be. If I could. Ah, unless I already got it? I don't know. Normally I would just fly back, but like I said, I needed to get a TM. And there's only one way to get it. And that's walking all the way back. Also, find the trainers, because I didn't fight most of them as I was trying to avoid them. Because it was already slow getting there. So it would have just been even slower adding this on. Oh, for fuck's sake, does it have to do that? can't really use gyro, can I? Because it's ground. Animals are faster than it. And if we had more blue shards, I'd be able to give bronze on. Zenedra, arguably the best physical psychic move. But I'm acquiring more blue shards and I do not know how many blue shards I even need. Because I wouldn't know, because it's faster than me. I do think I can use it now. I didn't. I didn't think it was gonna be fast because I don't know one's stats. I'm pretty sure it's got like high special defense for some reason. Because it couldn't just be a fast special attacker. Sort of be have stats that are like the inverse for what Jolteon has. But instead of focusing it on speed, it's special attack plus speed, unless that's a similar combination to Espeon. I don't know, I just know that every type should have had an evolution at some point. Except, nah, they'd rather not do anything for 5. Well, now I'm going to attempt to put it within Black 2 and White 2. Even though Black 2 and White 2 did introduce a lot of forms. Because it introduced the Rotom forms. The variant form. What's it Black 2 and White 2? For the variant forms of the genies, the extra form for Keldeo, and I really can't think of much else for some reason. I know it was more, it was definitely quite a few forms Black and White 2 introduced. Yeah, I'm not teaching you Future Sight almost all the time, it is never good. Because usually the Pokemon is KO'd before the movie even fucking happens. Unless that's just when the AI uses it. And I do not know how many more trainers there are before I'm wanting to get the TM. Because I know there's this one where you can actually get Glaceon here, because you're having to wait 6 bloody badges get one ice type. Well, actually to get most of the ice types, if anything. Don't like music here. But I'm pretty sure like the ice types being late isn't just a general problem. It's a continuous problem. Like, I don't remember any gens where you were able to get some form of an ice type reasonably early. Most of the time it's like the end of mid game towards late game. I mean, okay, in most cases they do the same with dragons, which beforehand, yes, understandable when they would just able to resist the full started types, were only resisted by steel, were only able to be beaten by ice and themselves. But then Gen 6 onwards, it's like, I'd love to be somewhat more earlier, rather than Drampar's case being in the Victory Road for Moon. That is just bizarre. I am. Oh, it's another rare candy. I do not know how many I've got now, but at least a few. Okay, now here's the part of extremely slow bloody snow. And I think you can also kind of see where the parts are on this because it's been so expanded. But I do not remember seeing where like the slow snow stopped and started on the DS because of how small the screen can be. Well, so despite being physical, that still went down. Well, I guess it's Snova. And another Snova! It really can't do much. Because grass moves are resisted. And ice moves are also resisted. And also slower. Despite being a level higher. Another Snova or a bomber snow? Nope, a third one. Clearly, Sean for some reason wants Snovas and can't be bothered to evolve at least one of them. Replace the other two with like a Sneasel and a Glaceon. Why? Why just have Snova and then each one's a level higher than the previous one? That's not gonna help. Oh, I did not even see you at all. I haven't got a good eye, you just happened to see me. Garden is expected to be faster, and even with a crit, they're fuck all. Hold on, I've got some things to send. I actually don't know if you can get an encounter in this snow. Because in the desert from Gen 3, on certain patches you could. But I don't know about the snow here. Oh, it's because I don't play Gen 4 enough, especially in this area. Because of how slow it is. And also, I do not know if you heard that notification earlier that was essentially from Steam. Someone trying to invite me to play games I am not. Mainly because of what game it fucking is. I only send that person a message, it's just a no. But now we can actually rest up here. Well yeah, from this person, even though you'd think the bed would suffice instead of talking to a hiker who's arguably in the wrong place. Pretty sure it's here where we're able to get the item. Not the TM, and it's all on the other side. Come
was underscore. That means I can take any kind of attack. Well, hang on. Are you similar to those people that train so that they can run a marathon in the snow in only boxers? Because people can't do that. I'm also really just hoping I don't get another notification from that person. I mean, they aren't the people that spam the invites. I've already dealt with those people. And no one to swine up. But regardless of what move I choose, it's not gonna end up well. Sniper? Do I need to encounter a lot of them? Clearly. I know it's the ice area, but why is not one of them an Obama sniper? Like, I know Obama sniper's not much better than a sniper, but it means I get more XP from it, and I pretty sure it's like level 40 they'd be able to evolve. So it wouldn't be that much out of picture of a random trainer having an under-leveled Obama snow. Because, I mean, gym leaders have under-leveled Pokemon a lot of the time. Like, it's not all of them that have one, just quite a few. Okay, I said quite a few and I can't even think of any at all. What's wrong with me? How can I say that gym leaders are known for having unlearned Pokemon and not name any apart from Flannery, Norman, possibly Lieutenant Surge? Not Surge Watson's who I thought. Faulkner. Possibly? No, I don't know why I just said possible. I'm still trying to think of more trainers that have under-leveled mons and can't think of any more. So that's 3 defeated. How many more do I have to go through? Or is it just here? Okay, no, clearly I've got more to sift through. Could it be this one? Nope, still isn't. It's not that one either, so it's clearly the last one. Another fucking Snova. Do these Ice Up trainers have no creativity and just go for the grass one? I may like the grass type, but I'm not needing to see a Snova fucking everywhere. Not when it's that close to being a Bomber Snow. They might as well be a Bomber Snow. And there's more ice types than just one introduced to this region because you have 2 new forms. I guess technically 3. Now we have Ice Beam. I need to actually give our opponent another good move. Because currently it's only got 1. No one else can learn it unless Bastiodon somehow can. I genuinely do not know if it can or cannot. Anyways, is a thing, but will there came to me eventually giving it to Zaku too? Just want to check. But okay, based on the situation, yes, because Aerial Ace is just a better wing attack, and I cannot remember if Zaku, well, Sizzle can learn more physical flying moves. Because I can't teach Shockwave to anyone that isn't just this, well, Magnezone. I would actually want to use it. Steel Wing's a thing, but the problem is that I already have Bullet Punch for Zaku too because I want a 60 base power priority move, and Emperor is more of a special attacker. Yes, the attack may be high, but it's not 117 high. And also, because of how things are, Drain Punch can only go to Plo Koon, of course. I want my Shadow Claw. Yep, okay. Really can't do much. I guess an avalanche is a nothing. Oh. So why did they make it so that you can't get Ice Beam off the 7th gym? You have to find it after you beat the 7th gym. And you get Avalanche instead. Which kind of ends up working well if you sail with Hail. But yeah, I have Flash Cannon right here. Who the hell do I give it to? Because I have the Zapper and Plo Koon in mind. Even though all of them can learn it, and I guess Emperor normally would be given it. Like, I'm used to giving Magnezone's Flash Cannon, and also Plocoon specializes in special attack. But I could just not make Lucario Steel type and just only make it a Steel type defensively. Because if it's dealing with ice types, then well, it already has already has physical move for Steel, and it already has Aura Sphere. The only other type to my knowledge, well, the only other two other types that Ice is properly weak to is Rock and Fire. Rock is not the greatest one to have, and I already have a Pokemon for that. If only I could actually remember where Stone Edge was. But no, with my luck, it's gonna be in post game. This arguably isn't the worst of movesets. I mean, I could give one Air Race just so I have a move that can't miss at all. Emperor could easily learn at least one Steel type move because currently it's only Steel type defensively. Bronze is just in need of Zen Headbutt and possibly a different. Doesn't need Blast Cannon because it's got higher attack, but Pedal Claw is not good, and I don't think there's a TM for it. And it can't learn Steel Wing. Even though technically it could attempt to use those arms of its 4 wings, you never know. I mean, considering, pretty sure the alien looking creatures, well, alien looking Pokemon from Gen 5 can learn it, because it was TM51 at one point, because Area 51. But even after that, it's still been able to learn Steel Wing. Even after, like, its numbers changed. And yes, Zapper does have Magnet Bomb. But it's also physical. And there's a massive discrepancy. Massive difference between 148 special attack and only 71 attack. Now for Lucario, there isn't much of a difference between attack and special attack. And there's still some difference for Emperor, but not as much as almost double. So, I mean, I can give it to the Zapper, but I don't know. What I do know is I need to get back to Veilstone. Arguably is gonna take a while. Mostly because of the snow, and that is it. But I really do hope I can get quite a lot done for at least this stream and the next stream, because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, whether it be on a Wednesday, and I just don't stream on Wednesdays. I think like at this point I would be able to get a lot of stuff done if I've already beaten 7th. I'm going to go through quite a lot of important fouls, because I've got the Team Galactic stuff to do, and also the Distortion World. But because of my team being a full team of 6, like, Cyrus shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I have a way to combat in of all of one's mons, because Houndoom I have a pony on, Gyarados I have Magnezone, Weavile I have Lucario, Honchkrow I also have Magnezone, and I really can't remember any others. that one would have, even though it's like a 5-man team or something. Even though when you end up finding him in the Veilstone HQ, he has like 3 members. And then somehow in the time between you going from Veilstone HQ to the Sorcerer World, it's got an entire team. And yes, it is still annoying that I don't have any form of a flying time, because Skarmory doesn't exist in this game before post-game for some reason. Making it so that I'm having to constantly have one Pokemon just switch out. And now I can actually use Rock Climb on one place. Well, in this place. In the city. I don't know where else I would be able to use it. Apart from that foggy place. That's like the only place I can think of where getting Rock Climb is helpful. I also cannot remember if the item's even good. Oh, it kind of is. I could not tell you what the full sense does, apart from helping at least one baby Pokemon be created. Because I think it's used with Snorlax to create a Munchlax, which arguably is the easiest way to get Munchlax in this game, rather than trying to find one, because trying to find one isn't fun. But it seems like in the remakes that'll be more easier, instead of how it is in this game, where it's a pain in the ass, so much that I haven't even attempted to do it all. Oh, okay, I feel like I'm at a loss. Unless I'm having to go through the other way, I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, and you. Someone lost their mom. I'm shocked. Oh, look, stop being this late. What? You do have it? Wait, do you actually have it? Can I just go in? You said you had it. Well, what are you saying? Why are you saying I'm having to not go here, but go to the other side of town? Could it only be done here? Because if it was just done in the main building, it would have been too suspicious. But it's not like even when you go into the building, well, the underground, that they attempt to stop you, like, properly, like, trying to hunt you down. The music here is great, but if they made it so that, like, at least a few members would be trying to hunt you down, then that would be more like how it normally is. I guess the closest you could say that a team has done to that would be Team Rocket, where they have sensors. But that's mostly for you to find like 2 or 3 of them, and then they give up, instead of really trying to hunt you down. level 45. Oh, I thought level 50. Higher than what I can say for other runs where my team would be about this level by the end of the game. Now can I just have Gorbats because I want to show off the power of Ice Beam? Or is it gonna be a no? What with that creepy Sharon and a kid like you around? The HQ's not the same anymore. Like you characters changed the character of this place. Really, a Murkrow is still faster than me? Am I just that slow? Well, I'm Ponyon. If you don't have one, what are you doing here making it seem like you do have one? I know at least one of the warp panels was okay. Did I go to the right one? Get me a TM that I'm not going to fucking use? Clearly. I know it seems weird for me to switch out, but kinda want my team to get to 45 and then just evolve from, well no, not evolve, but level up from there. Now we have the music, I don't know why I did not want to play it in those areas. Now we have it back again. I'm also slightly glad that someone's going to have a Glameow and not a Purgly, because Purgly's stronger and faster somehow. I'm not the greatest fan of Purgly at all. I mean, I'm guessing it's intentionally ugly, but even then, still don't like it. Although by this point the Krogling should be a Toxic Rogue. It's still gonna go down just as easily, but kind of want more XP than almost 700. That doesn't give me enough to level up, of course. And I really do not know the layout of this place. I just know parts of it. And also with the scientists in here playing the regular battle music. As if it's like every other game where scientists for the evil team exist, but they haven't thought to just make the battle music the Team Galactic music or whatever the T is. Even though it makes sense. Night Slash? Okay. So it's pretty much just the dark type version of Slash. Quite literally. I mean, name and all. But also high crit rate and 70 base power, but it's like, who would I, what monster would it, dark and, okay, not, Psychic and Ghost ends up being the ones where I most likely use it. But I mean, I already have X's that are given us Psychic and Dark and Grass. Nighttime is just for Psychic and Ghost. That's it. Doesn't feel that useful. It's just added on for Ghost. That's literally it. Okay, that really did sound weird. The Psychic Club sound. I do not remember it making that sound. I remember it being more consistent. Oh, the dubious disc. The item needed to create Polygon Z. Oh great, coming down here is not so great, is it? Because I don't have an item. Oh wait, no, the item was right here. Okay, how did you just lose a key even though it's clearly obvious to be found? Okay, that made no sense, but you lost a key. How did you not find it even though it was pretty much in the open? Like, you're as bad as the person who drops the lift key and can't be bothered to pick it up. Come on, bad guy. Yeah, I don't need one to tell me, I already have that fucking iron. I know it seems weird wanting to switch out. But like I said, I'm wanting team to be level 45. And then do the usual thing of, well, for me, get 1.12 levels above like what every other team members are, and repeat. How many more am I gonna have to go through? Well, it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's not as large as Silph Code can be if you're wanting to explore like every single floor in existence. But I'd say it's still large enough. But it's still a base. So it might be larger than the bases seen in Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. But I guess Silph Code's not really a base because they have the underground one. So I guess it's different because one's a full-on building that they've essentially taken over, but for some reason can't succeed. Meanwhile, this one's an actual headquarters, and the others were just buildings that they took over. So I guess you could say the only one with this amount of scale for an actual headquarters would be like the castle in black and white, because I feel like that's the closest to Team Plasma base. And even with that, you don't get to explore all of it. Having fun scabbing around my HQ, you sneaky intruder. Your trailblazing will go out in a blaze of glory right now. Now I can actually use Ice Beam. Even if I can't, because of course, Confusion exists to make me feel more pain. Am I gonna be able to not get confused by this combat? Well, it has confused me, so... Oh, I know I'm faster than it for some reason. could be why I have enough items and enough money. Okay, really, how is this Houndour not a Houndoom? Because last time I checked, a Houndour becomes a Houndoom at level 24. So you'd think it would be a Houndoom at this point. Like, I know that they're grunts, but it does not take much to actually evolve a Pokemon via level up. If it was with Happiness, like Crobat the Crobat, I would understand because it's Galactic, even though that doesn't make sense for Cyrus to have his. So that's just odd, but for a normal evolution, like, they should have them. Including the ice trainers. Just level them up. Instead of just keeping them in one form because you think, oh, it's a good idea. No, because I'm pretty sure you can't even get a Houndour on like level 39. Almost 100 plus in every stat. But, okay, well 104 defense, quite a bit off of speed. Could be worse. Could reach level 50 and have no stats in 100. Which I don't know if that's even possible. The only way I can think of that happening is that if you raise it in such a way so that all of your stats were shit. Like, I know there's cases of like Pokemon gaining no speed EVs at all. Oh god, no, we got the Gaver. Cheering, I'm pretty sure it's also heard at Harlem City with those contests. Fellow members of Team Galactic, hear me. My name has appeared to you today is Cyrus. This world is ours. Of ours is a good one, and a world it is incomplete. It has been and always will be a struggle to survive in this world. Well, it's not wrong, especially now. We humans, our Pokemon, are quite incomplete because we're also lacking. We fight, remain. It is ugly. I mean, arguably true. I mean, you can definitely use the word ugly for some people. I hate the incompleteness. That we are incomplete. I hate it with my entire body and being. The world should be complete. The world must change. And who would change it? Oh wait, that's me. I think Galactic, yes. The rest of you peons. Together, we pour over myths and expose their secrets. Together, we capture legendary Pokemon And now Team Galactic has obtained the energy to change the world. The power dreams within is within our grasp. Understand it, fellow members. The long-held dream is on the verge of becoming reality. All those headed to Mount Corona and those who remain here, though our missions may differ, our hearts beat as one. Let there be glory for Team Galactic! Watching the Raw. Mathematize his graves. Then explain to us why all the grunts having to look the bloody same with the same hair colour. Yeah, I know he's doing all of this at 27. Clearly he's had some form of an existential crisis before his midlife crisis. Okay, I'm doing the right. Don't even know where the green sharpshooter is, I just know the blue one. Okay, so really here. Also, I get pocket hunter, can I just rest in the bed? Yes, I can understand this being here, but it also is just funny that you quickly fall asleep and for like a minute. Oh, your Pokemon are healed. Okay. Join you unescorted unauthorized uncertainly tour Team Galactic 18. Yes, I am reasonably. Hey there, little friend, you famous among Team Galactic. The order's been issued. We get promotion if we put you down. Doubt that you'd actually beat me because you don't even have fully evolved mons, because I should be seeing a Toxicroak and a Skuntank. Because if I can see a Skuntank at like level 18 or 20 something, surely I should be able to see a Skuntank level 38 and a Toxicroak level 38 as well. Oh no, well, the opposite, but still for some reason not evolved. I don't know why. I mean, especially when Kyber gets chunky in this game, because exclusive to Diamond for some reason. Well, that's not how you do things in the third version, because usually version exclusives, like either one or both of them, end up in the third version. And yet for some reason, for Platinum's case, two version exclusives from Diamond just don't appear in Platinum. Like, the two are version exclusives to each other, and yet neither of them is possible to get in Platinum. I don't know why. Like, what more reason for you to get all four versions? Mostly because they end up being one that weren't available before. But even with that, there's two like there's the closest for Diamond and Pearl, where it's a form from Gen 2 to make a new form. That being Mischievous Magnatius and Marco and Honchko. Like, both were initially Gen 2 mons. Then they got a new evolution in Gen 4. Then they were no longer available at all. Like, only in Diamond and Pearl can you actually get Mischievous and Marco without playing the post game and getting it from there. Which is just weird, because I'm thinking of Emerald where it's like, oh, Ludicolo and Shift Tree were both exclusives. Now we're both in Emerald. So it's like that's one case where it's good. But then it's not so great when it's Zangoose and Survivor, possibly because either, well, it would normally be the Zangoose getting off the Survivors. But then it doesn't entirely explain all of them. Like Solrock and Lunatone, because I'm pretty sure, well, it's either Solrock or Lunatone that's only in Emerald, but they were version exclusive to Ruby and Sapphire. Like, even though both would be able to coexist. And also, still don't get why Surskit and Masquerain were in Ruby and Sapphire were already fucking rare, yet for some reason were nowhere to be seen in Emerald at all. Clearly, in Emerald Universe they went extinct despite them being Hoenn Pokemon. And also some trainers actually have them. And yet we have to go through quite a bit of dialogue to get to this one battle. So yeah, Team Galactic boss music. With you only having 3 members, and last time you were a pain to fucking deal with. And also, I hope that Gyro Ball does enough. If you just lowered my speed, that would have been great. Well, actually, if I was able to get Curse on Bronze, this would be great. Because then I'd just be slower, and I could just increase the attack. Really, Giable does even more damage. Oh, that'd be amazing to have. I don't know if it can even get Curse. Now that's how you would just steamroll this game. Set up like 3 curses. And then just use Gyro Ball because you've got increased attack. And you're also slower. Here's a crowbar that I don't understand because doesn't it like also have, well, okay, I'm thinking too much of Getzes with his Hydreigon that has frustration. This, why does it have a crowbar? Because normally they don't give a really shit about forming a bond with their Pokemon. Yet Cyrus has a Crobat, even though you'd think because of them treating Pokemon like crap, it would be a Golbat, but I'm guessing they thought, because he's a team leader, he gets to have a Crobat. Which means it is a cool Pokemon, I will give them that. Definitely does make using Zubat worthwhile. If only Shiny did the same, but it doesn't. Okay, Honchkrow. Which I will try and defeat with Iron Wall because I've not had much of a chance to use Iron Wall at all. Mainly because it is too slow and it's just the one that I would switch out. Despite it being honestly my best chance against electric types. And I still don't have Stone Edge yet because I haven't looked as of where to get it. How did Ironhead do so much less? Is it just weirdly bulky in physical defense? And yet just isn't bulky at all in special defense? That's like my only explanation. Well, only attempt at an explanation. Yeah, I'm not trusting it, because the Cause Nightshade ends up doing a lot. Just because I'm pretty sure it's based on level, and it may be 46, but still ends up being a lot when I only have 122 HP, and it ignores all forms of defense. And somehow, despite using it almost all 5 times, I still can't get the buff I get from it, which is dumb. And just nothing. So it's just me having to use potions all over again, because what even are the chances of getting the all-stat buff from Ancient Power? Because I just don't know. Because rarely ever do I get it, and by the time I do get it, it's fucking pointless. Like, I know it's not exactly going to be high when every stat gets increased, but it can honestly seem like the AI can get the buff first time, and yet it takes me 10 attempts to get it once. When Ancient Power only has 5 power points for some reason, and only is 60 base power, or the same as fucking wing attack. So with rock types, it's either they are not 100% accurate or have so little PP, it is pretty much like using Giga Drain. So I think even Giga Drain got 10 power points and was eventually buffed up to 75 base power. So why? Why make Ancient Power in the same fate? I'm pretty sure this goes to... Yes. And also Chucklecon I did a funny thing here. Which arguably a 10-year-old would do, just scream into the mic. Still, that sign was gone, and technically within about half an hour, gets a really buff team. I was like, well, I'm saying technically more than theoretically does. Somehow. Still creepy music here. What actually is the thing that is in the green fluid? Because it's just copy and pasted. Wait, don't we also find Saturn here? What should we do? You came all the way here. Yeah, I know. Payback? You're gonna try and fail miserably. Especially when it's gonna look like you just have a worse version of Cyrus's team. Why are you? Tabitha? Those who have played Ruby and Emerald would know that. Like, can we hit through? Can we do enough damage? Or is the Golbat gonna survive on 1? Okay, not 1, but in red. And also I'm gonna get flinched. Yeah. It's not predicting, it's just knowing that first turn I'm gonna get flinched. As soon as a bite comes along. But whenever I use it, by the time it happens, oh, the Pokemon's 1 hit from dead. Of course it is. Fucking brilliant. Superb. I have a Bronzor that I really don't know which one it has. I know it's neutral against Dark Pulse. I have a ground move. I just know fire move. God, this feels very familiar of not having any fire type move at all. Because I bet you. Yeah, it has Levitate. Because almost all of the ones that you face have Levitate for some reason. None of them want to go with Fireproof. Why? Because the Venomous, it seems like for Team Galactic, yes, with the Bronzers we'll just copy and paste them, but change the levels of moves, still keep the same ability in all of them, not have at least one of them be fucking heat proof. Why? Just at least one! At least one! Make it heat proof so I can use Earthquake on it, perfectly fine. Not hoping that it has heat proof only to find out, oh, it has Levitate. Fucking great. I mean, you can try Prick Prey, or luckily you do have a Toxic Crow, so I'm not gonna complain about you having a Croagunk because you don't have one. Because I'm pretty sure you had one last time. And I should be able to do enough because it's quite effective. And stab. So yeah, it's very rare for any Pokemon to survive a quad stab move. Without sturdy or anything. From Gen 5 onwards. I guess Focus Charge exists. And yeah, okay, they've gone. A red chain from crystals he took from the tree. That's why he needed to shackle something. It's also apparently needed for creating something. That's all I know. Who knows what he's planning to do up there? And like, what are you doing there? Oh, yeah, it's genius of you, of course you'd say that, because you are Sharon. I'm pretty sure it appeared regularly from the anime. But you don't even get to fight him here. Because I'm guessing he just has no monster to fight with. And also, why did they make it so that green, like, teleports work one way? And only green? And yellow can work both. And yet, for some reason, with green, nah, you go from one place to the other, you can't come back. And now I'm having to scale up Mount Coronet again. And I know where from as well. Which means fun. Because I'm pretty sure I do have the moves of... Well, is it... Actually, I'm gonna have to do the usual thing and swap Iron Wall out. Because honestly, least helpful. Does have great iron types. Great steel type move. But it still has the problem of being ridiculously slow. Despite having high defenses, it can lose quite a bit of health quickly, depending on the move. And doesn't have a rock move that I'd say is good enough. Ancient Power really is not. Because it has high defenses, just not high enough attack. It focuses too much on defense, it doesn't try and go for any form of a balance. Which means I know I could easily just fly there. Actually, I'm taking the lazy bounce, I'm just flying there. Because now we're gonna go into the part of Mount Coronet, meaning Spear Pillar. Or where we find the legendary. But we could easily Master Ball it. Or because I'm not likely going to be using this after. Let's just kill off Giratina. So okay, so it's not exactly been a lot done, per se. It's not ending the stream here, oh god no. I've only been doing an hour 41, I'd rather go more than that, but... Did beat the 7th gym, and also done one Cyrus fight. I mean, considering we already did the one back in Celestic Town. We did at least 2 main boss fights, plus another one of Saturn, so I guess 3. But now Spirit Pillar is going to be the part of... Could take a bit, because it normally does take a bit with Spirit Pillar. Especially, that voice pain. The Distortion World, if you happen to go through it more times than once. I haven't had to, because most of the time my team ends up being prepared enough to take on the entire team, but you will end up having to if you do any sort of run that isn't just a legendary one. Like MDB can attest to that, the amount of times he's had to go through the Distortion World. Just trying to go through, but your team is not powerful enough. Well, mainly because there's like one member, so the Pokemon isn't good enough. Yet you don't have any other options. It's either you try it over and over again, which can work, or you just end up leaving the place and grind God knows how long. What are you doing now? Why are you just there and just standing there not doing anything at all? Because normally you move somewhere, you're not even on the route. Okay, I could go to Fisherman here, but I'd rather save that for when we have access to a waterfall. Which means at some point I'm gonna have to remove Cut from Babel and teach waterfall. Because Cut's more of an optional thing. Really should have just stopped being used because I hate Cut. It's because it's a normal type move, 50 base power, not 100% accurate. And yet you still need it. Because in Gen 1 it's needed just to beat the third gym, because actually the cut ends up not being needed there. It's because you can skip it if you want to get Surf and beat the 5th gym beforehand. So I'm also saving it because I'm needing to do some stuff for a few minutes, but as I was trying to say, like, okay, for the entire third, you're not needing cut in Gen 1, but to explore the route right next to Cerulean City on the east side, you do need it. So it's just really fucking annoying, and also for Erica you need it. Okay, 5 minutes. Alright, so I am back for likely no one, apart from the one person that it says is here. I also don't know if Bloodborne Veteran is still here and just hasn't said anything in a while. Really do not know. And how much am I having to boost the audio if for some reason cave music is like nothing? Because for me it's just fine. So can I just move that up a bit? I don't know. Because it's on 7.9 of them now. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I think that's enough. And I play even more fucking pals. I know I have 35 of them. But this was before I asked you if you wanted to play another one. I was pretty sure Black won't play, if anything. Don't mind me of Black 2 and White 2. At least one of the Gen 5 games. Pretty sure there's a situation of like, if you want to use Rockland and get to here immediately, you can, but it's also blocked off. Because you're jumping ahead of the story. So most players would just end up seeing this. But I'm pretty sure that you can get Rockland immediately. Going this way and then you end up not being able to do anything. I will. You just ended up making it go even slower, and I don't know if there's any hidden lines circulating these places. Well, there is that. Okay, yep, didn't realise that. 2 jobs. 1. Ensure the success of our operation at the summit. 2. Utterly destroy any intruders to stop their meddling. Well, you're gonna fail at both of them in one go. You only have one Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure the one I'm sending out could somewhat. Actually, no, not really. Just can't do enough. Like I normally wouldn't, but for him it just seemed like I can end here. Like, because I feel like I need to. And also almost 2 hours streamed. I will continue streaming afterwards for that one person, don't you worry. But ciao for now.